Today I'm gonna build a real civilization on Minecraft using MineColonies mode. This mod allows you to construct magnificent buildings and welcome active citizens, miners, lumberjacks, builders, or even soldiers. Each contributes to the defense and growth of the city. In the previous episode, Weasley became a lumberjack and I built him a hut. I then built a large farm equipped with a mill for harvesting food, and finally I asked my citizens to build a mine, allowing me to have an infinite supply of basic resources. Let me now tell you the rest of my adventure. And here I go for another day on my MineColonies adventure. And this time there are no surprise guests, except from some traveling citizens. As the great leader that I am, I'm gonna start by checking if everything's fine for my citizens. I am told that I have reached my limit of 4 citizens, and now I will have to expand my colony in order to increase my population. And how is Adeline doing this morning? Wait, she's not working? And like Kyler, she's complaining that there is no god. But that's not a big deal. I'll fix that today, and I'm glad to see that she has harvested some resources. And finally, how is Naomi doing? Is she still alive? Yes, and she's going deeper and deeper. She'll have to think about lighting around her, and she has already gotten some resources, including iron. I'm happy because I have all the basic resources that are being produced. And while talking with Kyler, he actually offered me a quest in which I have to build a guard tower. And from what he tells me, to craft the associated block I need a bow. So here are a bow and some planks, and I will take the opportunity to build the housing block as well. This is what the house looks like on level 5, and I'm thinking of placing it right next to the tavern. There is a small passage here that is attached to the house, and I think placing it between the two buildings will be fine. I can see that the buildings are close one to another because the building site is basically on the roof of the tavern. And while Kyler terraforms, I'm gonna look at the materials needed: campfire, coarse dirt, cobblestone panel, slab and stairs. A cobblestone panel, that's new, and apparently I can get it thanks to my architect's cutter. It's been a while since I used that one. What else? A crafting table, a furnace, above all wood in forms of stairs, logs and planks. But that's not a problem since Weasley did a very good job. By the way, I thought of naming this place Miller's Square because he died building it. I think it is a good idea since a square should have a name. And what have you done, Weasley? What's that? A floating tray? You'd better clean that up. And I have all the necessary resources except the cobblestone panels. So I have to start by choosing a panel, then place a cobblestone, and there I have it, a cobblestone panel, and there you have it, Kyler, all the required resources. And while he builds the house, I'm gonna go exploring a bit. Actually, I found a camp on the map on the north of the city, and I wonder what it is. And I would really like to find saddles so I can ride horses. For that, there are two solutions: either I get lucky by opening chests, or I'll have to go to the nether. That promises to be interesting in any case. Looks like a new child has just been born, and I am curious to know who the parents are. I can't wait to get back to the city to see that. And so I discreetly approach the camp, and I can see red banners with black skulls. I think I'm not welcome, but it doesn't seem very crowded to me. Well, barbarians have just appeared. They got armors and everything, but there are a lot of them. But fortunately, they're not very strong. Yes, follow me into the cave. Oh, and there's some loot. Oh, and there's one shooting at me right now. Did I kill them all, or are some of them left? Oh no, there's some new ones who appeared, and that's the boss. And you're done. Some other barbarians just appeared, and there is a new chief barbarian. So I think I'm gonna have to get the loot quickly. Wow, there is a lot of stuff, including ornaments that I will grab. Actually, the spawners are inside the tents here, and as there are 4 tents, I think 4 barbarians appear each time. Oh no, it's a real invasion, and I would still like to get the loot quickly, but I have a real army in front of me. Okay, I've got pretty much everything I wanted. I will just swim back to both of them, and it looks like I lost them. Good. Oh, and the house is waiting for me when I get back. Is it me or is the new baby Ainsley? She grew up very fast. She became an adult in 10 minutes. Maybe she was born like that. Who knows? So tell me, who are your parents? Oh well, we don't know. Well, I'll do my little investigation later. So let's see what this house looks like. First of all, there's some real work here in terms of decoration. I like it. If I get inside, I have a spacious ground floor with a nice fireplace, a nice table and all the necessary equipment. And upstairs there is a bed. Looks like a house for one person. Oh, and there is a second door here, which leads to the future passage. And if I click on the residence block, I see that it is indeed Ainsley who lives here, and I have no further information for the moment. And for memory, it was Weasley who wanted me to build a house. And I just spoke to Weasley and he didn't want me to build one house. Actually, he wanted me to build 4. Wait, I wasn't ready for that. It means I currently have 3 houses missing, but where am I going to put them? It's quite a lot of work to build all these buildings at once, and I think a good idea is to hire a second builder. And that's good since I have an unemployed citizen here who is just waiting to work. But wait, I heard some noises I don't like at all. Oh yes indeed. Why are they attacking me? And they're back again. Well, one of them just died in front of me, and I will do the same with the others. Okay, you there, don't move. Perfect, there you go. And I'm proud that today nobody died during the raid. And where was I? Yes, I had to build another builder's hut and 3 houses, which makes 4 buildings. Well, I'm going to need a lot of wood. And why did Weasley strip all my wood? I hope you will stop doing that, because I don't need that much stripped wood. Oh, and there is a new merchant. And the more I look at him, the more I think he has a very nice lead. Well, close your eyes, it won't take long. And that's it, I now have a very nice lead. And I did well visiting Naomi, who just stopped working for a bit. She needs resources to build galleries within the mine. And here are all the resources you need. Building for buildings means thinking of how to organize my city. It is gonna make a big change. And by the way, I don't even have a helmet. My armor is just falling apart. I fought a lot today. Oh no, it's raining, they're not working. I just sat down for a bit and was thinking of the layout. And first of all, I want to close Miller's Square by surrounding it with buildings. The left side is already closed off by the town hall, and the south the tavern and a house. On the north, I only have a builder's hut, so I'm gonna add another house. And I'm thinking of placing it here next to the builder's hut, and I don't want any residual space here. And all is left is to create a limit on the east side. I really liked the idea of having the entrance of the city right here, which could create a street that would go straight up there, so that the travelers would arrive directly in Miller's Square. That being said, I'm gonna build a new house with a different orientation, and just below it another builder's hut. I will build the variation of the hut which has a square on the back so that we can look at the lake. And what is great is that the building is an angle, which is great to close the square and create a path that could go down to the lake. And the third house fits perfectly with the builder's hut. And I'm thinking of placing the fourth house on the back of the first house. And that for 2 reasons. First, the landscape here is higher than Miller's Square, which will allow me to build buildings higher, which will make the city very nice looking. And the idea is to have 2 rows of buildings, and the second one would be oriented towards the resources buildings. And below would be a street, and next to the street a large wall to close off the city on the south. The wall would end up here roughly and would leave some space to walk outside of the city. So I think I will place it here behind the existing house, and I can then add a street that can climb up to the house and not be too stiff. And what is nice is that it creates some space here to add buildings. So everything is ready, and now it is time to build. I checked and I have all the resources, so now let's start a huge time lapse, because there's a lot of work to do. It will transform the city. Kyler, come here. When the construction of the 2 houses was finished, the time-lapse was completely interrupted by the arrival of pirates. They arrived from the north by boat. I see one on the center there and another one further west. If they had arrived a little later, I would have had guards to protect the city, so I will have to manage the situation myself. Here you go, I got him. And more are coming. I think I'm gonna have to destroy the ship to stop the invasion. I think they're appearing next to the ship. Leave my citizens in peace. And here I am on board. There's a lever, and if I press it, well, I don't know what it does. And there's a chest here full of treasures. Well, it's not so good, but I understand because the pirates were weak. And I think I managed to defend both of them against the pirates. And I think the ship should stay a few more days. But what is nice is that the invasion is over, as well as the 2 houses. Honestly, it's already a very nice place, with a lot of buildings around it. I'm not gonna visit the new houses, and this builder's hut variant is bright new. I like the door in the corner here, which opens into a large room with a chest and, well, the famous builder's hut block. Here there is a kind of warehouse and another one with barrels. It's perfect. Go to bed, everyone. And a new child has just been born. Oh, he's so cute. It's Aiden and he wants a cookie. Looks like he's sleeping. Well, he's woken up. Welcome to the colony. And it's time for me to talk to Ainsley again, who wants me to build guard towers. Not only am I going to build 2 guard towers, but I will also take the opportunity to build walls. And let me show you the main gate of the city. It's already quite impressive, even though it's level 1. The idea is that I built here the 2 guard towers I was asked to build, and in between I decided to build a wall gate. I don't know whether the guard towers were designed to be placed within a wall, so I made some tests and it should work at higher levels. The idea is to have a gate like this at level 5, with towers on both sides that look like this. It is exactly the main entrance I wanted to get. And here on the left I have some newcomers once again, and right there is one of my first soldiers, who is asking me for a sword. I will craft several at once, and it looks like he's gonna use them. That's perfect, and honestly Aiden did extremely well. He has 62 health points, and what is great is that he could have handled the 4 pillagers without my help. Honestly, it is great to have 2 soldiers here who would be able to defend the city. Unfortunately, there was another attack during the time-lapse, and Adeline didn't survive, so Dyer replaces her, and if I'm not mistaken, the guards live within their towers, so they don't need space within the houses, which means I have 2 more citizens. Of course I will have to expand the walls on the left and the right, but I don't have enough resources for now. And that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, a lot of construction today, and I will see you in episode 5.